for March 18th. And we got a lot of stuff to get through. We got some tennis, we got some Europa League matchups, we got a little NBA, and we got a first NCAA tournament action. We're going to get into the play-in games. We got 4 picks today, all 4 games in the play-in. So let's start out in the Mexican Open. We had a pretty good day yesterday. Let's see if that can continue today. Only 1 pick in the Mexican Open. We're going with the ATP. We're going to ride Casper Ruud, who was good for us yesterday. We're going to take the plus 4.5, minus 135 versus Alexander Zverev. We're also going to take Casper Ruud plus 350 versus Alexander Zverev as well. So 2 bets on Casper Ruud. We like the spread. We like him to win outright plus 350. We think Casper will be able to handle Zverev here. I think Zverev's gone as far as he wants to go, and he'll probably tap out. I think Rudd's in a good place right now, and he'll pull out the win today. Let's move on to the Europa League. We got 3 bets in the Europa League to go with. We're going to start out with AC Milan. Loved the way they looked last week. I think they're going to upset here Manchester United in a mild upset, but we have AC Milan plus 135 to advance versus Manchester United. We're going to continue to ride our Rangers. They let us down a little bit last week in that draw, but we got our money back because we had them draw no bet, but we think they'll win it today. At home, Rangers minus 155 to advance versus Slavia Prague. We really like the Rangers here, and I think it's a little bit of a sneaky bet to take the Rangers to win the Europa League outright. But like the Rangers here, minus 155 to advance versus Slavia Prague. And last, we're going to go with Tottenham to win. Both teams to score plus 260 versus Zagreb. Tottenham probably has this matchup already in hand, but I think Mourinho will still go for it. But that defense will be a little shaky, might give up a goal there at the end, but I think Tottenham will still win the game outright, especially with it being at home. So Tottenham to win, both teams to score plus 260. We had a pretty successful bet on that yesterday with Bayern Munich using pretty much the same logic. So I think this will work out here. Let's go on to the NBA, and we're going to go with the Charlotte Hornets plus 8 versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Really like the Hornets here. Had a bad game yesterday. I think they'll bounce back and have a good game today versus a depleted Lakers side. Plus 8 just seems like a little too many points. So Charlotte Hornets plus 8 versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And so, it's time to get into the NCAA tournament and these play-in games. We're going to start off with UCLA plus 2.5 versus Michigan State. Haven't really liked the way UCLA has played all year long, but I think this is a matchup play here. I think Mick Cronin will be able to slow down this Michigan State team who has had trouble scoring all year long. If anything UCLA can do, they can defend, and I think they'll defend here and shut down Michigan State, so I really like that 2.5. Next, I really like Wichita State plus 2 versus Drake. Just think Wichita State's the better team here and will be able to win this game. They were really playing well towards the end of the year, and I just don't think Drake is as good as their record appears. I think Wichita State is better than their record appears. They really came on towards the end of the year, and I really like that plus 2 for Wichita State. Next, we're going up with a little bit of an upset here in Norfolk State, plus 3.5 versus Appy State. Appy State was a little bit of a surprise to win that Sun Belt Conference, so there were a lot of pretty solid teams in that Sun Belt, but I don't think Appy State was the one we thought would be the surprise that came out of the Sun Belt. Norfolk State dominated their conference most of the year, really ran through it and ran through that championship game. I think 3.5 points, though Appalachian State is the much bigger school. Norfolk State actually probably has more tourney history than Appalachian State, so I really like Norfolk State here plus the 3.5. And lastly, we're going to go with Texas Southern plus 1.5 versus Mount St. Mary's. Really like the way Texas Southern played the last couple of months. Johnny Jones really had these guys going. He's an experienced coach, had a shot at LSU, seems to have found his comfort zone back in Texas. He was a really good coach for North Texas before he got the LSU gig, but really like Texas Southern here plus the 1.5. All right, those are our picks for the day. Be sure to follow us on greenlightnetwork.org, Greenlight Network on Facebook and YouTube. You can also find our March Madness Bracket show. Be sure to watch that. Enter our March Madness Bracket contest. You can find that on Facebook. You can find that on the website greenlightnetwork.org. I'm GLN Champ 5 on Twitter and Instagram. That's our show, and we're out.